We spend our lives collecting tiny pieces of information about the people we love. What happens to that knowledge when the relationship ends? Is it wasted? Or does it become part of who we are? I have spent so much time longing for a person to call home. For the longest time, I always had this one person in mind. For 4 years, this person was, at some points, the only thing I could think about, including right now. If I wanted to, I could go through and tell you every detail about this person, every nook and cranny that they had to offer, every minute descriptor that someone could fathom. All of these things used to fill my mind, and I would be overwhelmed with good feelings. I mean, it's cliche, but I swear some days I could fly. Everything was perfect. I was happy, and they were happy. We were living our separate lives together in harmony. But then we weren't. The day when all of this changed, all of those details and memories came flooding in. But they all meant something different. They weren't bad and they weren't good. They're just different. Instead of them being the now, they became the used to, the could have and would have, the rights and wrongs, the failures, my failures, my lack of knowing what I should have been doing differently or better. Everything fell apart for me, but those memories stayed the same. It was torture, still is torture. But as the time passes and I grow, I have learned to understand that this grief that I'm feeling does not negate the love that I felt beforehand, the love that I still feel now. I saw a clip a while back where comedian Jimmy Carr was asked the question, "How did you deal with your mother dying?" To which Carr responded with, "Grief is the price we pay for love. That's it. It would be sad if it wasn't sad." This quote stuck with me for the longest time, and I kept repeating it to myself, hoping it would magically heal me. It didn't. But that doesn't mean that it's any less true. Although words may not be enough to heal you, what I truly believe can are memories. The good ones and the bad, the boring and the exciting. Memories hold a power that nothing else compares to. They hurt sometimes, most of the time. But that hurt is a reminder of how much you loved. This reminds me vaguely of the story of Icarus. Icarus and his father were imprisoned on an island. Icarus' father built 2 sets of wings for them to escape, but he gave one warning. Fly too low and the sea's damp will clog your wings. Fly too high and the sun will melt the wax. Fly in the middle, my son. Stay safe. However, I'm sure you can assume what happens next. Icarus feels the wind rushing past his face and wants to push the limits of what is possible. He flies too high, and the wax holding the wings melts, sending Icarus plummeting into the sea. Now, it's easy to see the lesson of the story. Don't fly too close to the sun. But what many people miss is that to fall into the sea means that you had once soared. That is what memories are. Reminders that you once flew to heights you didn't dream to be possible. Yes, they hurt now. But through those memories, you can find yourself again. Every little boring detail is a testament to your flight. How every day you felt there was nothing to bring you down. That is what memories do. They hurt us, but they can also lift us up, push us to be better than we were yesterday. We cannot know what will happen tomorrow, but we can help change the outcome for the better. We can use the hurt, we can use the grief, use what the memories give us to make tomorrow brighter. It will be hard. You'll have good days, and you'll have bad days. But as long as you keep putting one foot in front of the other, the memories will become integrated into your life, not fully disappearing and not fully removed from that grief. But eventually, you will look back and smile because of how far you've come. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoy this kind of content, it would mean the world to me if you would consider subscribing. I'm trying out a new form of content, so please leave some suggestions in the comments. Thank you all so much, and I will see you next time. Peace out.